Hello and welcome back to Grind Slime TV with me, your host Aaron. And today, part 4 of Aaron's top 50 albums. Get a load of these bad boys. I really went through and was like, right, let's make up for not to make up for yesterday, but yesterday, it was quite light. We had the Creator, Judas Priest, the sort of the lighter side of things, Merciful Fate and whatnot. Disgorge was in there to really sort of help balance it out. But I thought, today, Metallica, so I thought, itchy nose, we'll really bring out some of the bigger guns today, lean more onto the heavier side of things. So, without the further ado, see, I get words out eventually. Right here, absolute death metal classic. People can call it thrash all they want. I don't give a shit. This is like blackened death metal masterclass, and that is Sepultura Morbid Visions. I don't even know where to start with this album, it's so good. Every song is as unique as the last. It's heavy, it sounds evil. I mean, this artwork, for crying out loud. Have a word, will ya? Look at it. Oh, it's got everything there that just bleeds. Don't let your kids listen to this. They will become corrupted. They will do drugs and have sex with police officers or whatever the devil it was they were all worried about back then. Oh, you know what I mean? But yeah, an absolute classic record. It's got that really, really raw production. There's even like a couple of songs on here where they're not even tuned properly, and it just comes across proper gnarly. Look at the boys there in the level. This is the extended edition, but we're not getting into that. We're getting into just the first 8 songs. So, but oh my word, like there are not many records that sound as evil as this. And yes, I did like the re-recording by the Cavalera brothers. I thought it was really, really cool, and I love having that mix where if I'm in the mood for a re-recording, I can throw it on, and if I'm in the mood for something raw, which I usually am, then this bad boy gets spun. It is air guitar central when this is on. Like I said the other day about Amen, like We Have Come For Your Parents. I know that album pretty much back to front, and this is another one of those albums. It's just always, always on. This gets played several times a month. I absolutely love it, and I think that not many albums have come close to accomplishing what this album accomplished as far as dark, evil, dingy sound, and the heaviness is there. It's just awesome musicianship to the point where every riff on here is simple as anything, but they just make it work so well. I cannot recommend this album enough. This is probably even in my top 5. Yeah, so Morbid Visions, Sepultura. Oh, just, ooh, yes. Now, for something a little bit different, we have got from Germany another fantastic band, and this is a classic in its own right. And we are, of course, talking about Blood, Depraved Goddess. Absolute grind masterpiece. Look at this, you. Oh, look at it, got these on a stick. Hello. Look at it, it's got all the lyrics in there and whatnot. So look at that, there's no messing around. They've got like a fucking book in there, all those songs. But yeah, 24 tracks. Got right there, there's the boys themselves. And this album is heavy as anything. And my favourite song on here, oh, it would have to probably be. Where is it? It was around here somewhere. I'm terrible with fucking names. And oh, the God You Save, heavy as anything. Fuck Religions, another great one. The original's only like 21 tracks, but yeah, this has got some extra ones on there, so we'll ignore them. Oh, Bastard Son, the great one. The intro's the only thing that lets it down. It goes on for ages. And so I always skip that if I'm listening to it on like Spotify or something. But you know, when it's a tape, you just throw it on, you let the ambience kick in, and every now and then it doesn't hurt, does it? You know what I mean? It's like, it's like a minute long sort of thing, but it's just a bit uneventful. So it's sort of like, oh, let's get through this. But when you put it on a tape, it's on in the background, you're gaming, it builds the atmosphere nicely. But when the headphones are on, I'm straight to track two and let's have it out, you dirty boys. Absolute monster of a record. And if a lot of you recognise this, there's a reason for it. So if you haven't heard Depraved Goddess by Blood, I highly recommend getting on this and just checking it out. Everyone I know seems to think their first album is the best one. I think this is their best by far. Like, doesn't even come close. But all of their stuff is good. They're one of those bands that are just like, we do what we do and we do it fucking well. So Blood are definitely worth your time. And if you haven't heard their split with Nunslaughter, that's worth your time too. So boom, Blood, Depraved Goddess, absolute death grind masterpiece. I cannot stress that enough. And their split with Impetigo as well was really good fun. Definitely get on that. Now, onto one of the first death metal records I ever bought back when I was a young man, and this was back when it, Jesus Christ, it was 24 years ago, boys and girls. According to this on the back, was it that long ago? I could have sworn that. No, oof, who knows? But I remember going into the shop, and I was like, I want something heavy. It's Virgin Megastores. And they were like, well, how heavy are you talking? I said, well, you know, I'm starting to find this other stuff, you know, like the Berserker and whatnot. And, you know, I was like, I want something that's like, you know, fast, heavy, death metal kind of thing. And they said, well, we literally just got these in last week. And it was Nihility by Decapitated. Holy shit, I love this record. And I get that a lot of people aren't into the sort of tech death, but what I love about this is that it's not show off wanky in your face tech death. This is riff after riff after riff, and it is just horrific all the way through. Everyone is an absolute headbanger. And Sauron, when he was in the band, was one of my favourite death metal vocalists. Those first three albums and their demos, each one is a masterpiece as far as I'm concerned. As soon as he left the band, I checked out. I was like, nah, fuck this. And I recently went back to that Organic Hallucinations, and I didn't like it. I thought, no, we're going with an open mind. Come on, we're not a teenager anymore. And yeah, it just weren't for me. The magic was gone, and even the music, it just didn't have that. I don't know, man. It just didn't have the right sort of feel. Now, this is the reissue I had to re-buy recently because my original copy just got worn to absolute fuck, and it was getting skippy because my original copy also was the UK edition, which had the cover of Napalm Death on it as well. It had Suffer the Children, which this one unfortunately does not have. But oh, the 8 tracks that are on here, you couldn't even ask me to pick a favourite. I mean, every one of them is just an absolute belt. I mean, if you like bands like Hate Eternal, the song Names on here is like, oof, like a love letter to Eric Rutan, or Rutan, however you pronounce it. But yeah, fantastic drumming. I mean, when you think the drummer, I think on this album he was Vitek. I think he was like 16 or 17, and you just listen to it, and it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ, boys, what are we doing? What? This shouldn't even be allowed. It's ridiculous. But one of the greatest all-time albums for me. Definitely in my top 10. I'll say definitely. You never know, do you? But yeah, this came out through Wicked World by Earache. You know, back when Earache were good, and they actually, you know, put effort into releases. That's right, I went there. I never leave them alone on this channel, do I? I do apologise, boys. I'm not sorry. So, yes, absolutely. And the lyrics, like seeing as this is, and again, Poland, you know, ugh, And seeing as English isn't their first language, the lyrics are so impressive. They're really philosophical, and they're ones that you read them when you're like, oh man, yeah, that's not a bad way of looking at stuff. Yeah, it's not a bad point. Just get on it. Really, really cool. Everyone knows it for the song Spheres of Madness, which is an absolute belter of a tune, but I do think that's the weakest song on the album. I mean, and don't get me wrong, like I say, it's a wicked tune. I would never skip it. Mate, if someone could hold a gun to your dog's head, I still won't skip it. I'll be like, get a new dog. Simple as that. I'm joking. But yeah, every track on here is just an absolute monster, and it's just gotta love it. Get on it, make it happen. Then over from the States, talking about grind classics. I've got a grind classic here for you, and Brendan, this one's for you, my brother. We are talking about Terrorizer World Downfall. Oh, you want to see why I'm so angry at things like earache? Floppy, no booklet, no lyrics. Another cash grab print, you know how it is. And there's the boys on the back there. Yeah, oh yes, very rest in peace, Jesse Pintado. Yep, but just look at this. When this, if you want to talk classic grindcore, Terrorizer has to come into the conversation. It just has to. I mean, it's songs like Fear of Napalm, just shut your mouth. Enslaved by propaganda, strategic corporation pulling. One of the heaviest records going, and it's just pure anger, pure masterclass. You've got Dave Vincent on bass and backing vocals, Pete Sandoval on drums, old Pete the Feet, and you got old Oscar Garcia on vocals. Just everyone in this band is a legend in their own right, and this came out in, what was it? Was it 87? What, between 87 or 89, I believe. Can't say anywhere, unfortunately. No, it doesn't, because why would it? It's just throw the basics together and just flog it for full price, usual sort of thing. But never mind. But it's got groove, it's got heaviness, it's got speed, it's got anger, it's got rage. It is just pure violence in the space of like 40 minutes. It's just Dead Shall Rise. Oh my word. Resurrect, Human Prey. Again, one of those ones where nothing gets skipped. You just throw it on, start to finish, and it's just like, yeah, mate. And you can hear how so many grind bands have followed this formula and not even come close. Just not even close. Forget about it. Just go home. Well, Downfall, Terrorizer. And this has been one of those ones that I was trying to get hold of for ages because it was out of print. And in the UK, trying to get hold of it, man, it was like 30 quid a disc. And I was like, I'm poor, I can't justify that. But managed to get this. But funnily enough as well, I actually do prefer the demos. As amazing as this is, got to get on them demos. I've had them for a while. The demos are, yes, they get played a lot as well. So Terrorizer, World Downfall, no excuse, make it happen. Now, the last one for today, just to stick with the whole kind of grind theme, but we're getting a little bit of blackened grind on the go. Is there such a thing as grindcore black metal? Yes, there is. It's called war metal, and these are the absolute kings of Canada, of the Ross Bay Cult. This is my favourite album by them. We're talking Blasphemy, Gods of War. Oh my word, this album. See now, earache, this is how you do a reissue, alright? Everything's there, look, lyrics, details, lovely great band photo, care and passion, but that's just Yosuke from NWN for you. He just knows what he's doing. And a lot of people, their favourite is Fallen Angel of Doom, their first album, which is a banger. Do not get me wrong. It is pure hell. But this, for me, because I came up from punk and grindcore and all that kind of stuff from a very young age, this just does it more for me. It's a little bit punkier to the point where it's catchier. You know, it's got more sort of riffs and song structures going on, but it still does not lack the brutality and mayhem of Fallen Angels of Doom. It is still in there. When it goes fast, it goes off. When they want to get noisy, they get noisy. They do not fuck around. And these boys, they're one of those legacy bands. They did a demo and 2 full lengths, and that's all they need to do, you know. And for all of you little kiddly coos that love a bit of colour, we got the blood red vinyl as well. Only problem with this issue is that well, there isn't one. It's beautiful. I love it. It came with a poster, but that's up on my wall, obviously, so it has to be done. And yeah, I mean, this is just way up there for this one. Again, it's got that evil sound you would want from that sort of, you know, the production is perfect. And it's just, look at it. Just look at it. I mean, those members just absolutely scream metal. It's ridiculous. I mean, look at them on the inner sleeve as well. You want to know where that whole gas mask and chains and shit thing came from? You're looking at the boys. Look at them, bullet belts, corpse paint, skinheads. Apart from that one, he's got his hair, look, bless him. But, oh, mate, just absolute icons. Cannot go wrong with this. And again, every single track is an absolute belter. And, oh, my fucking days. Just don't even mess around. Heavy, catchy, just dark, evil, whatever other fucking word you want to throw at it, this has got it, you know. And it's just, you can really just, it gets stuck in your head when you listen to it, especially that opening track. It's just, mate, I can't just get on it. Right? I can't just describe it with words. It is just pure black metal, grindcore aggression. It's got a little bit of that sort of blood sound to it, you know. Like if you like bands like Sodom, Blood, the Mephisto demos, Conqueror, Revenge, then do yourself a favour. Get on Blasphemy, Gods of War, or Fallen Angel of Doom, or Blood Upon the Altar, whichever you fancy. They're just, it's just, there's no missing. You could just, they don't miss. They're like John Wick. It's just one of them things. So that is my part 4 of my top 50 albums. What did you guys think? Is there anything in there you like, don't like, disagree with? Anything you would add? Let me know. It's nice when the dialogue gets opened. And again, Brendan, thank you for shouting out for me to do this list. Oh, I did it a lot longer than you wanted me to, but it was cool to see that you also liked Gods of War 2. So really, really cool, because everyone I know is like Fallen Angel of Doom or nothing. So it's nice to see other people who are into Gods of War, because that to me is so slept on. It's such a good album, you know. So all good all round. So join me again tomorrow for part 5, and I'll see you then. Keep supporting the underground. Do your thing.